I guess let's crack into it. Begin the game. So I don't know much about this. All I know is it's from the people who made... Please make sure audio is on. All I know is it's about from the people who made Stanley Parable, and my son watched a playthrough and very much enjoyed it and said that it's very sad at the end. So that sounds right up my alley. Oh crap. Wait a minute, Davey. Wait a minute, Davey. I forgot I need to route the audio. Wait a minute, Davey.
Look at the games made by a friend of mine.
Sorry about that, guys.
Coda. Now,
I'm just going to quickly close
I met
that.
Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way.
I was going to say, it looks so much like Counter-Strike.
Mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since.
Why?
And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
The name sounds familiar. That's not the dude who did, it's not the guy who made We Harvest Shadows, is it? Oh, Jesus Christ, what? Oh, God. Okay.
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, that actually scares the shit out of me. Okay. I feel like I'm in Human Fall Flat, but with a gun. Is this like Unity or something? Oh, it is dark. I don't like that.
Security call breached. Hostile alien life form inbound.
What?
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
What?
But ultimately, we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete.
Oh my God, it's true, I can't.
And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Can I crouch? I can crouch.
Begin shield evacuation.
Ooh.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Funny. Music is very Mass Effect-y. What the that is pitch black. Oh, okay. I love this already.
Apparently, this space station has a labyrinth on it.
Holy.
Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the
What?
interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Whoa. What if I go back?
Or, if you'd really like to solve the labyrinth, you're welcome to do that too.
Is it actually going to loop me? Or is it just going to force me to go back to the same place? I swear it just tried to move me on its own. Hey, okay. Really funny if I couldn't find my way back. Oh no, it wasn't this one. Uh-oh. We are stuck. Oh crap, I'm actually lost. Wait a minute. Did I just come from here? Yeah, I did. That's not ideal. Oh, this is not... No. Curiosity got the better of me. Is it this way? No. Oh. This looks promising. Yeah, okay. Oh.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could
Step
stop
into the
heat.
body. Yeah, yeah.
It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives,
Holy.
would you do it? Could you give yourself?
Yeah, for sure. Why not?
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Oh my god, so you just have to do it over and over? Whoa. Okay. Oh.
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him.
Cool.
Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it, like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or
And it
this
does,
floating
yeah.
could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something
if I
lodges
crouch, it
itself in
freaks
his
everything
brain.
out.
He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Okay. I'm very nervous. Swear to God. I can't move. I can jump. I can crouch. The past was behind her. Wait, oh my god, I can only
Yep.
go backwards?
In this game, you can only walk backwards.
Okay. That's cool. I like it. Oh jeez. But
So
the
it's a
future cannot be
short and
seen.
relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is
Okay.
less advanced than the previous game, but actually it
Why
seems
does
to
the
be
future
more
keep changing?
focused, more complete. Code is trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply
When she
basing
stops
it
and
on a
looks,
pre-existing
it becomes
trope.
clearer. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength to confront it?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends.
Wow.
Didn't need anything more than that. Which to
Poetic.
me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Oh God. I swear. You are now entering Bear Country.
And that's it. Okay,
What?
the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Huh?
Oftentimes,
in nearly
Coda
every
would put
direction.
bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Whoa.
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped
Super
work
hot?
on a game, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
Why am I slowing down?
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Okay. Door. What if I press it again? Does it make me slow? No. Stand on an X staring at a bear for 3 hours. You run a shop inside your own body, selling your organs strategically to make the most money before you... Hey. What? Age? Game filled with chairs, except one chair is floating. Live on a boat taking orders from the captain. The captain is always wrong. Constructible, the world is destroyed, you are given a medal. Sharks trying to eat you. Simultaneously, you're trying to eat the sharks. I like that. Button you press to stop the chaos that doesn't work. You are the queen, dusting your jewelry while your kingdom is destroyed.
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as
Press U to
cold
surrender.
or distant.
Read an enemy's
He
emails
said
to
that
learn how
he
to be.
knew that he was
You are a
actually a
gate.
vibrant and compassionate person,
You are a
but that
gate.
it takes time to really see that.
A game
It
of
can be
only
a very
posters and
slow
concept art
climb
showing what the
to get
game
there.
is intended to be. You must address and rally a group of eager press reporters. That sounds terrible. Game of only motivational quotes played one after the other while the player cannot move. That's disgusting. No. Ready, set, fish. Oh, good. Okay. SCP. How long this game is. It's amazing so far.
Well, this is
Booyah.
new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Ugh. What? But it's so dark. Do I have to go backwards? No? Is it a maze? Maybe I'll walk through that, but no. No? Can I... Aha! Do I win? Or am I just trapped in here forever now?
Don't forget
Oh, there
that
we go.
solution, because we're going to see this puzzle
Nice.
again soon. We're going to see it a
3
lot.
dots. Okay, could still crouch. Yeah.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Oh boy. Whoa. I knew it would be something trippy, but not that trippy.
How about that?
What?
There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after
Holy.
the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior.
Look.
And
Oh, I
then,
can't
in
jump
this
off the
level,
edge.
a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing,
Like a
or
screenshot.
even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand,
That's kind of a
Then
dope
what is
screenshot
it?
too. Oh no, we're back here. You are now exiting.
aha. So this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
I'll move. I'll do anything. Yep. The Great and Lovely Descent. Ooh. Now that's a screenshot. I like. I run? I can't run.
Let's talk about video game development for a second.
Holy.
Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Streetwise full. Wanna go up the side?
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Yeah. Oh shit. I made it.
The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Am I supposed to fall? Am I just gonna hit a point where I can't make a jump? Whee! Oh. What is this? Ooh. Okay. Oh, this is so freaking cool. Oh, this looks like one of those liminal spaces games. Oh no, that's creepy. I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, that actually really freaked me out a bit. Okay. Where am I going? Into a cell?
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that. This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
What the? What? Ooh. Slide. Hey, 3 dots again. You gonna say anything about it? No? Okay.
It's the puzzle again. With the exact same solution as the last time.
Is it though?
There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
This is so trippy. Oh. Oh. That's different. Is that a furnace? You there, did you come from up above?
Here,
What was
Coda
up
begins
there?
using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out
Yes,
of the
there was a
engine's
world stamped
chat
with whiteness.
capabilities.
Yes, there was an
Use
enormous
the
prison
1,
that's been
2, 3
housing.
buttons
Yes,
on
there
your
were those
keyboard
floating
to
coloured
respond.
blocks. I guess we'll go with one. There was a world stamped with whiteness. That's the world above. You've been there. Now this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes, that was the last thing I did before coming here. No, it wasn't. I walked through a red room. Prefer not to tell you. I mean, sure. Again, perfect. Now please tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. Oh no, but I do. We do. We need to get there. Do you understand? It's the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you there is nothing I want more. This is very metaphorical. Screenshot. I feel like this is about depression. Or writer's block. Oh shit. Hello, how did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? No, I've been right here this entire time. Yes, do you want to know how to solve it? No, we actually find the black space between the doors to be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? Now that you mention it, I remember feeling strange as I passed through it. Don't think too hard about it. You'll see it again soon. Okay. We're not... Oh, okay. I assumed we were going to loop again. Or maybe we are.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
What was the level... What was the game called? The something descent? Ooh. We're getting advanced now. Lamp.
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you
Narnia.
quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think.
Okay.
I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination.
Cool.
We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Okay. Sounds good, Mr. Narrator Man. Sounds good to me. This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. Now, how meta is this? Is this actually notes that people have left in this game? Because that would be quite funny. Hello? How do I interact with it? Oh, nice room. Not.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce
You
this,
beat
but
this game?
game is not
No
connected to
point
the
to
internet.
this. Okay.
All of the notes that you're going to see have been written
Whoa.
by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I
holy
think I was
shit.
probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention.
Can you guys hear me?
I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me.
Reasonable.
And I cooled off eventually.
Everyone read this.
Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if
Hey,
they're not doing anything for
place
you.
makes me
Nothing extra is
sad.
going to happen if you read all of them.
I
Either
think
way,
it's just going to happen if you
to
read
me,
all of
they
them. I
convey
don't
a
trust you.
sense of
I'm going to
loneliness.
read all of them now.
I see
wanna
this
tell you a
person
secret. Once
who's
upon a
filled
time,
with
I did.
thoughts and feelings
I'm
and
king of the
beliefs
world.
and has no way to express them
See,
except as scattered and unheard voices in a
Define
game
fun.
that wasn't meant to be played.
balls. Okay, now see, they turn white when you have read them, so I don't trust him.
But it's ironic,
Oh my God,
isn't
there's
it,
so
that
many.
in playing this game
The guy
and
over there
seeing
wrote
how
much
alone
wrong.
Coda often felt, that we
Rather be doing
get to know
literally
him
anything
better
other than
and
playing this.
actually kind of connect with
Alright,
him.
let's speedrun these.
And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the
I have to stop
messy
reading these because
in-person
otherwise
socializing.
I'm not listening to the
I could just
narrator.
get to know you through your work.
Okay, is that the way up?
I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so
Hey,
much, is because it felt like they let me have that
I don't
connection.
miss you.
I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Oh, that's it? Okay. I wonder if we actually can get all of these. Can I make that? Ooh! Oh, what? Oh my god, there's so many. Huh. Okay, if we can't jump off the edge here, then no, we can't. Damn, no, okay. Whoa. Just saw a flying penguin, let me tell you, it was the most majestic thing I've ever seen. I don't feel like living because nothing will ever be as majestic as that. I never want to see again if nothing will ever be that beautiful again. I'm crying now and plan on ripping my eyes out. I must now go to do that. Huh. I don't like that. What the shit is this, Kevin? Boring. I can assure you guaranteed that there is an acorn somewhere here in this place and the sailors are looking for it. What? Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. I refuse to believe. Bot ass bot. I need to go to the frickin' bathroom. Recognize me, please. There's nothing here, go back. Don't listen to that guy. Why is that one on the ground? A free t-shirt. Need other side. Door, why you so? Door how open? Open sesame. Makes game includes door, cannot open door, thanks. Someday I will meet the person who made this. Oh my god, we got so many more. Oh, people because of the integral good feeling I get. Oh my god. New room. Do you hear the chimes? I would like very much to be desired. You can go in here, I think. Welcome, congratulations. I don't really know where to go with this. Let's see, what interesting ones do we have? Stop, turn back. Proceeding further will only result in misery. Take my hand, let's jump together. Cabbage shapes our nation. What is that painting? It's quite nice actually, I like it. It does not matter if you ever get over there. Very good game. I wonder if people can, like you can use console commands or something. I need someone to talk to. Next time I'll do better. See, these are all internal thoughts of this, guys. They're like cries for help. Don't listen to the other notes. I'm not safe. Oh, I like that. Ethical. I saw a person walking down there. Now it won't come back. Seriously? That'd be trippy. Devil Tower Star. Well done. I just heard whispering. Screenshot. Painting. What does it mean? Stop faking it? What was this one? Whoever made this has issues. From up here it just looks like dots. I mean, it is. Bloop bloop bloop. You will all die someday. Cabbage shapes our nation again. Maybe I'll feel real someday. He was himself the most horrible creature he could imagine. Man. His terrible secret, he kept it well.
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell
crap
you what
out of
I
me.
think the puzzle means. Each of these
Escape,
games
escape,
represents an
need an escape.
idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
Become one with the spiraling nonsense. Nonsense everywhere you see.
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that
downward.
he might find difficult, Coda can then
Close
place
your
this
eyes and wish
puzzle
for it really bad.
that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Help. Help, help, help.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just
It's
for a
not so
moment,
bad in here.
a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Oh, I forgot to press that. Never mind. It's like, oh no, it's not working. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Cameras? Typewriters. Whoa. Lamppost. Are you there? Please say something. It can be anything, I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Speak, 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 speak. There's the Stanley Parable. So this must have been porn stars die
Okay,
too.
this one is
What?
tough. It's gonna kinda just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Okay. Hello? There's a well. There's something hanging over there. Okay, fancy house. Now it's nighttime. We just
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a
Okay.
hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Here's version 2.
stuff's being removed. What furniture ought to go in the center of the room? TV with surround sound, refrigerator, put a giant hole in the ground. No, thank you, Axel. Put a giant hole in the ground, that sounds good. I like that. You lied. I'm disappointed. Okay, now what about along the wall of the room? Huge picture of a horse, sounds amazing. You lied to me again. I don't know why I trusted you. We should light up this room a bit. Put live Tesla coils, why not? You're not going to do it anyway. Lamp. Yep. Okay. And a table, you need a table. We have a table. Who are you? Where exactly are you doing this from? I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's
Holy.
kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Maze.
So, okay, he throws it
Oh,
out and
God.
starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Hello, please walk forward. Okay. That's very white. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. And window? First click on this table. Go over to the photo frame and click to turn it slightly. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off, then turn it back on. Now go to the left side sofa and move it a little. Finally touch the shelves. In real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. There's those dots again. Return. Yep.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
Oh yeah.
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this, to see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something.
No, I wanted to take a screenshot.
And he likes
it. Bastard.
And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
That's going to make it the most terrifying one. But then it's not a prison game, is it? Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. You're me? ... So you were trapped in this prison too? Yep, I was in the furniture maze. Yep, I was in the escape tutorial. Yep, I was in the reverse prison.
And
sure,
so
furniture maze.
This is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk
That's where I am right now.
to share what's on his mind.
Oh, I'm so glad to know that I get out eventually.
From someone who knows.
What's it like to escape?
But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these
Strange, but in a way I kind of miss being in the
Coda
prison.
talking to himself.
Why? Was there anything about it that you felt good about? Being here sucks. Maybe I only like things once I don't have them anymore. I do that too, I guess. But is that just how I'm going to be forever? I'd really like to change that. I think you'll find a way to change. Wait, if you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? No, I think I'm the first person to call back. Then can you tell me how to get out? Maybe I can come find you. What do I have to do? To get out, just talk with me for a bit. What? That'll free me? How does that work? Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Just talk to me, it'll make sense. Okay, I can talk. Let's just talk for a bit. Will you be here? I'll be here for as long as you need.
I can see why he
This is
considers this a
100%
fitting
about
conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice? So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Ooh, we're gonna get NPCs now? Whoa.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Let's go in here. Ooh. Hi. Clean. bed. I can't jump on the bed. Or can't interact with anything. We're a vampire. Hello there. Well, my goodness, I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. Thought I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself, and right miserable that would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes. Don't worry about me, a place this nice, I'll be glad to stay here all night, and lousy homes make home loners. Are we cleaning this whole place?
This new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on.
Ah, something tells me you're going to be fun to do this job with. Well, this place isn't going to clean itself as far as I know. I'll finish up here. In the meantime, could you please clear the table? Done. Easy as. Much nicer. That's the table I want to see. Now would you please run into the bedroom and make the bed? I can't run. They didn't give me a run button. Boom. While you're in there, why don't you straighten out the rug a bit? It's still on an angle. All the little details matter. Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? How'd you end up doing this job? It's been a long time since I've seen a house this messy. How'd you end up doing this job? A friend dragged me along at a time when I was particularly desperate for cash. Turns out I've never felt so good doing something for money in my whole life. Never did like cleaning my own home. I might have got some demons I ain't ready to face yet. Oh, speaking of demons, someone's put this couch all in a mess. Would you come out and straighten these pillows here? Boom. Oh dear, looks like someone spilled a drink over by the couch. Maybe mop that up as long as you're over there. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. Yes. ... No. No, it was stupid, sorry. Never mind. Hey, those dishes need to be washed. Why don't you come do that? Last I checked, the tub needed a cleaning. How about you scrub it down as best you can? Scrub-dub-dub. No need to be perfect, we're all just human. Are there still books scattered on the floor of the bedroom? If so, would you put them back on the shelf? Oh, yep. Okay. Perfect. Now then, how about you come and clear these dishes off the table? Oh,
After
you
the
bastard.
intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing.
You
It's the moment after a
motherfucker.
particularly difficult or traumatic
Do the chores ever end?
where you just need to let it sit and digest.
Darling, let me
inside
tell
you.
you something.
And
Whatever work you do,
eventually
you have to
cohere into
absolutely,
something
you have
meaningful.
absolutely got to own it, otherwise it owns you. So why don't we be with the task at hand and leave the future chores to future you? Present you wants to smooth out the rug in the bedroom, believe it or not.
I know that
Trust me
Coda
on
really
this one.
liked this game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it.
Looks like
It
the
was
tub
during
has
a
gotten
period of
rather
a few
dirty.
months where he
Would you
was,
mind
like,
tidying it up a bit?
Grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a
Dot, dot.
constant smile on his face.
Earlier, when I said I had a really cheesy thought, I was going to say that it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. Ha! Don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. There's a bit of truth in it. Anyway, so, housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books. Would you please clean up the books? Thanks. Oh goodness, those pillows over on the couch are a real
I'm glad
mess.
he made this.
Would you go over and straighten
Glad
them
he
up a
found
bit?
some
Can't
peace.
have those folks coming home to a messy couch. These folks. Dishes. Question.
But,
you enjoy
of
this?
course, it can't
Oh,
last.
God.
The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door
Oh,
at the top
the
of the hill
dishes.
is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Or what? Make me. You can't say something like that and then expect me not to try. Oh wait, they mean the dark space between the doors. Whoops. That could have been fun, standing there for ages doing nothing. Wait, what? Oh, never mind, he did mean this bit. I think. Oh, guess we'll never know.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? that sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
Okay. Items you love at members only prices.
This one gets a bit goofy.
Oops. I forgot to go live on YouTube. Whoopsies. Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No, you came here to be perfect. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about that way in your own life? Who do you know who is so well developed as a person that they make you feel disgusted with yourself? Compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful. I intend to make you into that person. Oh god, what? Perfection is within your grasp. And the question is not how we do it, but how do we do it effortlessly? This is easy. It is so easy.
About halfway through the game,
it is so easy. Being
shifts.
perfect is effortless. Whoa. Okay. We have screaming. Oops.
Oh, and also you can move around the classroom.
I can't. Oh. I can't select the other options. Oh, on the way to work I told an elderly person to start contributing to society. I still love you, it's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. Jesus. Drinking is not hurting my life. If you are torturing yourself trying to find the right solutions for your life, you're not doing it right. Oh, I can't. Oh god, yes, okay. Do you understand that you won't be happy until you love me? This is for you. Ew, I'm developing a cyst. Gross. Let's go with the dark options. Ah ha ha, just kidding. Anyone want to do some ecstasy after this? There is no truth, there is no path. What if I'm not a good teacher? Holy shit, you guys, something's coming out of the back of the room. Look out. Do what's easiest, do what is simplest, feel what is true. Nothing's changing. Nothing, no one. It's coming for you, it's going to destroy you. Everyone run, run. Sure.
I felt pretty hard for this one.
Perfection.
I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days.
This is amazing. I forgot to go live on YouTube. Whoops. I'll upload the VOD from Twitch. Hey, we're back in prison.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Okay. And stage lights. Yep. Ow. Alright, the performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are at a gathering of professionals. First, you'll start leaning out against the wall. This wall, sorry. Not that wall. We're good? Good. Stay right there. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Hello. Hello, that's it. That's not a conversation. It's a conversation starter. You need to actually converse with her, be a human being. Do it again. I'm super scared right now. I like you. Here are all of my hopes and dreams. I don't know which one to pick. I'm super scared right now. No, that's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. But for some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel of the setting. There were a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. I want to touch it. Boing. Now talk to her again. Boing. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. I bet you've learned to lean into the pain. What are some sacrifices you've had to make? I mean, we'll just continue with the dark options, I guess. You're messing it all up again. You'll freak her out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important this is for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this again. Everything was riding on this. Boing, 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 boing. Oh, it makes music. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Okay, fine. Whoa. Hey, lamppost. Is this the end? Wait, now I can take a screenshot of the stage like I wanted to. Haha. You can't escape me. Lamppost. Oh. I've been lied to. The lamp. Ah, shit. Okay. Okay.
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very helpful when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
Yeah.
But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
5 months? Okay. Mobius trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. Wait. Blind. What's going on? Help, I'm blind. I can't see anything. What's going on? I can't die like this. I can't die like this. Something enormous just appeared on the radar. It's a house. I can't see anything. I don't know why, but it happened to me too. There was a giant door and then my vision went black. Please, someone talk to me. Am I supposed to have my eyes closed? Oh, it's a door. Am I going to be killed by a giant door? Boom. Okay. What? Is it actually a puzzle?
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
There's a solution? Oh, elevator. Okay. Lamppost? Truth. The only way to stop it is to speak something that's honest. I can't keep making these. That's it. That's the truth. Oh boy. It's draining me.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So, where's that coming from?
I can't figure out how to say the thing.
Then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him.
You're doing it, it's working.
Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual.
We're going to be okay.
You know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
Yes.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Ow. That's really bright. Where am I? Ooh. Okay. Where did this island come from? Ew. Ew, no, I don't like the breathing noises. No thanks. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. When I try to create, I feel empty. Oh no. What's happened? Did something change? I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me to start it again. Sure. Ooh. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. What? You have to take me to it. I need to see it to know why it stopped. Sure. Ooh.
If the last game featured
It's guarded
Coda
by a
talking
difficult
explicitly
puzzle.
about his creative
If you can help
frustrations,
me solve the puzzle,
this
we'll
one
find the
turns it
machine.
up to
Deal?
11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps
Doesn't matter what I say,
throwing
does it?
himself
We're
into
going
the
to end up
grinder
there one
even
way or
when
another,
he clearly
right?
doesn't have the energy for it anymore.
And then it just says deal.
Why?
Wow.
What is it for?
Total game. Perfect. Come along, I'll show it to you.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at
Here's
his
the puzzle.
computer
What
all
do you
day,
think?
not really
I've
showing
solved
these
this puzzle
games to
before.
anyone, not releasing them onto the
Wonderful.
internet. And
Can you tell me how to do it?
He didn't have anyone
you
outside
have
of
to open the door.
himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Now what? Now you have to close the first door. Alright, what's next? Now, press the switch here. Not gonna work. No, it is. Okay. Ah, that was so simple.
You can't talk
believe they
yourself
never
out
solved
of
it before
loneliness.
this.
It doesn't work
No,
that
you
way.
can't.
You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation.
Here
If
we
all
are.
of your anxieties are being channeled into your work,
just
then if the
words?
work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Ooh, the gasping. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. Sure, making games is easy. Ow. Ah, that feels wonderful. But it wasn't true. No, the crying, I don't like it. Don't worry about it, just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. I'm constantly excited and enthusiastic about my work. I'm back
Seeing
further
this game
too.
at the time that he made it, it looked
Yes, that's wonderful.
really
Keep going.
unhealthy to me.
Never stop
I
creating
was
and
watching
you
him
never
do
feel
this to
bad.
himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him
Perfect.
so trapped.
That
It's
feels
like
fantastic.
video games are not
Please, where's the
worth
machine?
this amount of suffering.
Patience, you have to trust me.
This is
I
someone I
promise
really
this
cared
will
about.
work.
And I used to get
Please,
so
continue.
much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing.
Pain
for
breezes
me.
effortlessly off me. Yes, more. Keep going.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time.
I will
don't
be
know how
saved
else
by
to
my
explain
work.
it. I wanted
Prison.
it to stop more than anything.
Incredible. That's
I
it.
never felt so rotten.
I'm free.
I needed
I'm
more than I had
free.
ever needed anything for this to stop.
No! Oh, I wanted to look.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
The machine. Guard? You got it. Glad to see you've arrived safely. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be brutal. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing that you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. Of course it does. Oh. Holy Mother of God. That's terrifying. And screenshot. Ooh. What'll be done with the machine? What will you do with it? What can you tell us? How did you capture the machine? Ooh. Hello there.
And of course, it's the machine.
It's an interesting machine. You stopped. You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you've put them through? It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. How could we possibly go back to trusting you to do this job? So here's what needs to happen. You need to go to the people who are out there and apologize to them. You have to admit to the people that you've allowed them to suffer. I've been so alone. Apologize for leaving me. No, nothing. Think carefully, I know how to hurt you. I have seen the thing you fear. Ooh, this is brutal. Alright then, I'll apologize to the people on your behalf. Yeah. Hello everybody. My followers. Really brutal? Yep. Falls on me to deliver bad news. I have a troubling revelation. The machine will not apologize to us. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are, or we will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Let us pay it retribution, or let us show it that we are not failures. Follow me, we will destroy the machine. If they all start moving, I'm gonna figure out... Oh, back on stage. Please don't flashbang me. Oh shit. We'll just shoot. Okay. Why is it so quiet? Coder, I'll make sure your work dies here. Am I gonna run out of bullets though? Isn't that what you're scared of? Having to live without your precious creations? Having to deal with yourself?
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
Everything's shaking. Oh god,
And
the
so,
typewriters.
as I'm thinking this, I
It's like we're
realized
just painting.
that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
It wouldn't. Oh god. Okay. We... Kind of satisfying, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna see... Oh, hi. It's the door.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions.
Okay, can't break it.
And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Except it probably just made him far worse. Oh no, I can't control. Put down your weapon. Do I still have it? A grenade launcher? Oh no.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good.
Yeah, but not everybody
when
needs the same
someone really
thing.
connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like Like, I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could
Justifying it to
fix
yourself.
If I could give him this gift, maybe I could
You
fix
can't
the problem.
fix people.
When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel
Not for
so
him.
happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
And then he killed himself.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's.
Okay.
This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
In tarot cards, the tower is a bad one, I think. Oh boy. Guessing we have to jump off.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game. This room actually has a maze in it.
What? Oh, ow, what the?
Except that all the walls of the maze
Ow.
are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this
Okay.
awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable.
Oh.
The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue,
swear I got
press
out.
enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
I swear I got further than that. Hey, these boxes are from Portal, I think. Or Half-Life.
And to be fair, it's not like this is
Stop.
the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that
So
game
you
had an
changed
idea
the
that it was
games
actually
to
trying to
make them
communicate.
better.
What's the deeper idea behind the
Oh, boy.
invisible maze? The only way past
do
this
this.
challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code.
Seriously?
Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on
Not
the
a
ground
fan.
for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Okay. Oops. One 617. I wonder how many secrets there are in this game. Really was hoping I could pick up all the notes. Okay.
The switch
No.
to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying,
This is not
"Well,
playable.
that's it, that's the end of the conversation," not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Ooh, this has a lot of
Was I
valuable
a
lessons in
failure
it.
for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is.
Yep.
It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
Yep.
And he wouldn't. I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy.
It's not
It was that
about you.
I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed.
Too much pressure on him?
Where did I screw up?
Ooh. Yeah, Davey,
I'm
thank
the
you for
reason
your
that you
interest in my
stopped making
games. I
games,
need to
weren't
ask
I?
you not to speak to me anymore.
It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Yep. I
don't
wonder at
think I ever
times
told
whether
you
you
this,
think I'm making these games
But
for
when
you.
I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
You've so infected my
And
personal space that it's
the
possible
people
I
who
did begin to
played them,
plant solutions in my
They
work somewhere
treated me
hidden
like
between
I
games.
was important. They really listened and cared about
If there was
what
an answer
I
and
had
meaning,
to
would it
say.
make you any happier?
Even though I was showing your work, it was... I felt good about myself. Finally.
Yes.
For a moment,
Yes,
while I
yes.
had that, I liked myself.
Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes, giving them something that's not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe? Would you stop changing my games, stop adding lampposts to them? Would you
And then
simply
you
let them
stopped.
be what they
I
are?
didn't have anything left to show people.
When I am
just
around
had
you,
to
I feel
be with
physically
myself.
ill.
And
You
as soon as
desperately
that
need
happened,
something and I cannot give
there
it to you. I
was no
literally do
feeling
not
at all.
have it.
Nothing.
Struggling to come up
Less
with new
than
ideas is
nothing.
not making me depressed. Low points are just a
does
part of the
that mean?
process. The fact that you think I'm frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing that you're wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. Not gonna open, is it?
That's
switch?
why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything.
Davey,
And
come on.
so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will
But
you
that's
start
not
making
what
games
he
again?
wants.
Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always
Door's
felt
getting
okay as
closer.
long as I had your work to see myself in.
The door's
I mean, is something
getting
wrong with me?
squished.
Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict.
not
There has to be
about
something
you.
wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, boy.
Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Blech. Epilogue. It's really something. Oh, yeah. Oh. Big lamppost.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good.
His voice has
Always
changed.
More. It's like a disease.
I get on the train? Oh, I totally missed it. Ooh.
Solution.
There is no solution. Sometimes you can't fix things.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just
Which is funny, because I've
making
been
prisons.
looking at that and analysing it that way since the start. Kind of the point.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show
boy.
people what a shitty person you are.
Labyrinth.
They'll hate you.
My mouse went outside of the screen. That scared me. Ooh. What is this? Sons of the Forest? I hit my head.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Needing someone to tell you that you're doing a good job. Screenshot. Honestly, it is so true. Some very good life lessons in here.
I think I need to go.
Very hard to realize
sorry,
that people
'cause
are their own
I know that I said that I
creatures.
would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
I love these devs. I need to see what other games they have. They must be making a new one after Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition or whatever it was. Ooh. Haven't seen the 3 dots for a while. Oh boy. What? Oh. Is it an elevator? Or is this all moving down? Who knows? Superliminal is a game by them? Oh really? I played through most of that. I guess it does have some of the same feels. I don't think it really had much of a story behind it though, or at least it wasn't a sad story. I think that's on my channel somewhere. Either on my channel or on All Reliable. Is that getting further away? That's getting further away, isn't it? Oh hey, it's the thing from the start of the game. And then we jump into it and die. And ascend. Or probably not. Take me, O glorious fly swatter. Zzzt. Oh. Be. Oh god, that hurts my eyes. Wee. That'd be kind of a cool background actually for the thumbnail. Because no one would know what it means until the end of this game. I'll take another one. There we go. Cool.
Turn
Oh, music?
back,
Or R?
turn back from this cave. You said, let me
This project would not have been possible without the following individuals.
brave, let me keep going. But the cave goes for
Turn back.
miles.
Written by Helena Heron.
And miles.
Is that this song?
And you're so tired.
Additional thanks.
But I know that you're strong.
It's Jesus.
Turn back. Turn back.
Voice. I like it. Ooh, we did it. That was cool. Ooh, that was awesome. I wonder if there are secrets or other endings. Alright, well that was it for the beginner's guide. Good recommendation, Sebastian, well done. Yeah. I screwed up YouTube and didn't go live until Shari came in halfway through and pointed at her phone and said, "You're not live." So, good job me. But I will export the Twitch VOD and put that on YouTube so you can watch the whole thing start to finish. Yeah, thanks to anybody that came by on any of the platforms, on Kick, Trovo, Twitch, and YouTube today. Yeah. And if you aren't following any of our other channels, check out All Reliable Games and Sliced and Diced for in that order, our group games channel and our D&D RPG channel. Yeah, thanks for coming by. See everybody later. Bye.